We heard you talk during the panel about how, in some instances, repetitive brain trauma is not handled properly. Can you explain that and then talk about what you think should be done to make the game safer?
Well, I think that one of the biggest issues that we have with concussions in general is that we're just missing too many. We're doing a better job overall of how we manage and how we handle concussions, but the biggest problem is we're not managing the ones that we're missing, obviously. Through research, actually up in Boston, that they did with FCS level football players, is that what they found out is that for every one concussion that they found, they found that they're missing 27. So for every one we're catching, you can add 27 that we're missing, and that's obviously a big issue that will eventually, hopefully, narrow that down.
And then for clearance to return to a sport, can any physician evaluate and clear an athlete? Like, are the laws specific enough that the right kind of doctors are assessing students to return to play?
Yeah, it has to be a doctor that is trained and educated in concussions, and that needs to happen across the board. And that's not only at high school, it's not only at youth. It's just if you suffer a concussion, you need to go to someone who has been trained in the field of concussions. But as far as the law goes that I know of, is that you have to go through someone that's been trained and acknowledges concussions.
And then the SEC just announced last week that they're going to have a medical professional in the replay booth to make more decisions and evaluate players for the possibility of traumatic brain injury. What do you think of that decision by the SEC?
I obviously think it's probably going to turn out to be one of the greatest things that they've ever done for the game of football, and especially in the SEC, because as we all know, the SEC it's full of fantastic athletes. It's a very violent league. It's known for being tough, and I think if at any level, but especially in college, if we can put somebody in the booth that is solely and only looking for that, then I think we greatly increase the odds of actually being able to catch the concussions that we're actually missing.
Great, thank you so much.
You're welcome.